is Shane Thomas from the weekendhandicapper.com. I'm so excited I can't hardly contain my enthusiasm because here it is mid-July, and in the horse racing world, that can only mean two things to me. Del Mar, where the surf meets the turf, and Saratoga, the spa, aka the spa. The reason I get so excited, and most horse players do as well, is because one, they're beautiful tracks. Two, they're so competitive, and your top jockeys, top trainers, the wagering pools are full of cash, full of money to be had by players like you. So in the horse racing world, it doesn't get any better than this time of year in these two meets. So I wrote a post on my blog on weekendhandicapper.com. So if you want to read more about my love for Saratoga and Del Mar and why I think they're great for horse players, check it out. But this video in particular, I wanted to create as an extension of the previous videos I've done on exotic wagers, and last week I did one on vertical wagers. So this week is all about horizontal wagers and some strategies that I think, if you implement, will help you succeed at meets like Del Mar and Saratoga. And the timing is such that I wanted to create this video right before these meets started, because now is the opportune time to implement these strategies. To, if you're ever going to use exotic wagers, you really want to use them on big race days, big meets where there's plenty of wagering dollars in the pools, and practically the fields are above average, and there's always value to be had. All right, so again, horizontal wagers are simply wagers that all you have to do is find the winner of the race. There can only be one winner. So we're not talking about vertical wagers, which is where you have to find the second, third, and fourth place winner. We only are concerned with the first place winner in a series of races. So those are your daily doubles, your pick threes, pick fours, pick fives, and pick sixes. So what are some strategies that you can use that will help you succeed when it comes to making exotic wagers? One strategy that I find is highly successful, that I'm very disciplined in using, is I never start off a pick three ticket, a pick four ticket, unless in certain situations. I shouldn't say I never do, but for the majority of the time, never start off a ticket with the favorite. You always want to either spread, having several horses that begin your ticket, or several horses that you're trying to beat the favorite, or you single a horse that isn't the favorite at a pretty good price. And you would be amazed how much more those tickets pay than if I would have started a ticket off with the favorite. They typically pay more when you start a ticket off with a good size, good high-priced horse, or a horse that isn't the favorite. So that's strategy number one. You look for your spots. Luckily, we live in an age where most tracks offer rolling pick threes, rolling doubles, where you can do that. Now, some days you'll find where the pick four races or pick five, you don't have a choice. I mean, there might be a standout favorite that begins that designated wager. In that case, you're forced to, if you play it, that's just what you have to deal with. But typically, majority of the time, you can find an opportunity to beat the favorite in the first leg. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is try to beat the favorite in at least a couple or several of the legs. And the legs are the races, just another word for races. It amazes me when I see some players' tickets, or I'm at the track, and you see some people just play favorite after favorite. Oh, the pick three or the pick four ticket includes the favorite in every single race. Well, that's not a sound strategy because the risk, the nature of the bet, the exotic wager, the horizontal wager, is more, you have a greater risk for doing that as you would just playing a win ticket. So you're really not gaining much profit wise if you're just going to play a ticket that has favorite after favorite in it. You might be better off just having a simple large win bet on one of those favorites and one of those legs. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing a pick three, pick four ticket if you're just going to play favorites. So what I suggest is trying to beat a favorite in at least two or three of those legs. You find a high priced horse or decent odds horse, anything but the favorite. Try to beat the favorite. And you would be surprised at how much more of those pay. Because there's always a difference between being right in horse racing and making a profit in horse racing. Some people just want to be right. Ooh, I had this winning ticket. I picked these winners. I'm not like that. I could care less if I'm right. What I do want to be is to make a profit. That's what intrigues me about the game. One of the things that intrigues me about the game. So if you're profits minded, then you got to reduce your ego and say, yeah, I'm not right. I don't think this horse will win, but I'm going to include it on my ticket because it's not a favorite. I think he has a long shot chance of winning. So if you can start getting in that mindset, that helps. So begin your ticket, ideally without the favorite in the first leg or the first race. 2, try to beat the favorite in at least 2 or 3 of those legs of your exotic wager. So that, in a nutshell, is some basic strategies when it comes to horizontal wagers. Another one, and I'll get more in detail about this in the next video or a future video, but that's where you can structure your horizontal tickets in a way where you can be right twice or 3 times or 4 times, depending on what the wager is. Meaning you can get paid, you can hit it 3 or 4 times, depending on if you're playing a pick 3 or pick 4. So I'll, in a future video, kind of show you how to structure your ticket in a way that if you're right, you can be right multiple times and you get paid multiple times. That's an excellent strategy that I found that works. But today I don't want to overwhelm you and just give you a couple strategies just in time for the Del Mar and Saratoga meets where you can say, all right, if I'm going to play a pick 3 or a pick 4, let me either spread in my first leg, try to beat the favorite in the first leg, or if I use the favorite in the first leg, let me try to beat the favorites in the second, third, or fourth leg. So if you begin implementing these strategies at meets like the ones we're getting ready to have in the summer, then you increase your odds of becoming a profitable horse player, which makes you a happy horse player, which helps you enjoy the great game of thoroughbred horse racing. So please feel free to comment if you have any ideas or strategies or stories about big tickets, scores that you might have, winning bets that you might have had, either at Saratoga or Del Mar or anywhere. Please feel free to comment in the comments below. Check out weekendhandicapper.com. And if you love Saratoga and Del Mar as much as I do, let us know that as well. So until then, happy handicapping. This is Shane Thomas, the Weekend Handicapper. And make great decisions, bet responsibly, and have a great time at Del Mar and Saratoga, 2 of the most beautiful tracks that we have in the country and some of the best racing that you'll ever find.